Hello everyone! I constructed a new base. It's sitting south of Silver Island, but there is something special here. And it actually isn't the base, but let me show you. That's right, I can fly. But why can I fly, you might be asking? That's because the developers sent me an email asking if I wanted to test out and showcase the next update for the game. And yes, unless you see this video after the update on the 21st of May goes live, you might be surprised as they actually haven't announced that they are going to do an update, at least not that I could find. However, I was allowed to showcase this ahead of launch. A big thanks to the developers. And they also send over 2 keys for me to give away. So as always, and I'm kind of surprised I can say that by now, one will be in the comments down below, and one will be hidden in this video. Alright, but what is this update, you might be asking? Well, it's a construction mode update, and it basically works as creative. You have unlimited supplies, you can build whatever you want, you can fly, animals are passive, and so I started designing this. And I think for the outside it looks pretty alright. I wish there was some more like different type of wall pieces. Something I've noticed when doing this is just how little variety the game has, which is kind of the only downside on the building system. I suppose that and the fact that you have to place these pillars in the middle of a foundation instead of on the corners. This also gave me a chance to actually try out some of the new DLC items and other decorations they added last year, as I haven't really played around with those yet. And I will admit, I wish we had a lot more. And let's go take a look around. So, you would come up here, and there's a bunch of storage just chilling out. You enter the main room. Wait a second, you actually get a boost from this thing? I just saw something pop up and disappear when I walked away. Amigo support, sleep quality goes up. Scares off pests. Defense against pests. That's actually not that bad. This little Amigo, I think it came from the supporter pack. But I did run into kind of a problem with this build. And as you can see, I didn't really do all too much, or at least didn't finish all the rooms. And that's because of one simple thing. There are not that many decorations, so you really repeat a lot. So building a large base like this is still kind of difficult to make all the rooms look kind of unique. But I do like this bedroom. I do wish we had some carpet or something. And maybe some more decorations for on the walls. Yeah, I wanted to turn this into a living room, so that's something we're gonna do today. Just to showcase the new building system. Or creative system, anyway. Then this just kind of turns into a workroom. First, I wanted to make it a kitchen. But hey, it's probably easier to fit in a bunch of other things. Because it was actually pretty large. And then if we go up here, this is... This is where it kind of shows that this base is kind of a mess. So because the game is working with a support system, it required quite a few support beams. I could use walls as support as well, as I did here. And that's probably what I'll do over time, maybe, if I continue this build. But hey, it has some little outdoor areas as well. And even some that you cannot get to, like this one right here. It's all the way at the top. I guess same with the one down here. But I will admit, I do quite like the shape of the building. But honestly, I think those are all the rooms I designed. Let's go look at this one. So how are we gonna improve this? So I'm thinking of splitting it up into 2 different sections. One that's more of a living room area, and then the other is a dining area. This is going to be the dining part. Got a light in here so you guys can see. I do like these moon lanterns quite a lot. I wish we could have them just sitting on tables instead of only hanging from the wall, but again, there's a lot that I want with more decorations. But then again, that's something that isn't limited to this game, that is most survival games in my opinion. And I've never used this bell. Does it actually do anything? Oh yeah, you can ring it. Instead of a ship's bell, now it's a dinner bell. If I remember right, I think all these items that have the orange glow behind it, those were the only ones that were DLC items. Although these have a blue glow, so maybe those as well. Let me actually check real quick. Yeah, looking at it, there's free DLC. The blue glow was from the Echoes of Isles, or of the Isles. Then the red glow, the orange glow, is from the Sea Wolf pack. And then the supporter pack had this little dude, the Amigo. I will say though, I use these quite often. So if you want to start building in this game, I highly recommend picking them up. What I'll also admit is the developers in the email said that this was just going to be a basic construction mode. But I think they sold themselves a little short on that, in my opinion. Because it's actually a pretty decent one. Like, it has everything you would want. It has a good fly mode. It has you can build anything as you would expect. But also you can craft everything you want. And then of course all the animals that aren't attacking you is a nice added bonus as well. While they do sound like very basic things, you'd be surprised, man. I've seen quite a few creative type building systems. Not a lot of them are that great. I think the only thing holding this creative mode back is literally just the lack of decorations you would have. Like, some things I would love to see is like coconut bowls that you can place down, for example. Maybe add like a wooden like chopping board that you can place down, and then you can use that as a plate as well, because you can place like food on it, for example. So you could see the food. Now that would require them to make more 3D... Well, I would say make 3D models, but I guess they already have those here, of course. It would be quite a lot of work, though. So I could see why they wouldn't want to do stuff like that. Maybe a rug, or maybe like a palm leaf rug. But to be fair, we have hides as well, so you could just make a hide rug. But I think rugs is something we definitely need, because the floors, they are kind of barren. But hey, seeing as they're not done with the game yet, which is kind of surprising in a way, because honestly, with half a year of not mentioning anything, I kind of thought it was over. Especially since the last big update was almost a year ago now. I think last update they literally just added flippers and some little things like that. And I'm using some fences to block off areas here. That's just to kind of make the room a little less large looking, which I find that helps out a lot sometimes. I will say though, the flower pot designs are pretty amazing in this game. They've been given a lot of detail compared to what you usually see, where it's just ceramic. Right, I think with that I'm done with this living room / dining area. It's not a whole lot, but again, there's only so many decorative items we can place before it becomes way too repetitive. And I also don't want to overcrowd it either. But I do quite like this. Ooh, and there's also the ark I kind of forgot. I wonder if that can be built like immediately. How's this gonna work? I guess we can just build it. So if you would want, you could also build in the ark. Okay, we cannot build the cannons though. You can go so fast with this flying mode. Kinda crazy. The game wasn't built for this, but wahoo! You go so fast you can just go to other islands real quick. Like, what's up? I'm just thinking about it though. Something else that this is good for would be photos. You just kind of go around, take screenshots of everything. And actually, there's one more thing I want to try out though. I want to see what the ending area looks like when we can free fly. Especially where the Fountain of Youth itself is. So if you don't want to have any spoilers of the ending, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all on the next one. Now, for those who have already seen the ending, let's go check it out. Alright, sail away to the Bimini Belt. The flying does work a little weird, in my opinion. Because from what I've noticed, if you want to build speed, you have to look down, so it kind of looks like you're falling, and that creates more and more speed. Well, I don't need to deal with that door. Can we sleep in midair? Heck yeah, we can. We are literally God now. What happens when you drink from the Fountain of Youth. Also, something to note is no story beats should be triggered. Hey, look at that. We can actually look at the ship. Oh, we can also look at the people. They're always here. One is standing inside of a rowboat. I thought this guy had like half a mustache, but I think that's just the light. I also think it's all the same dude. Although some do have a beard. But like their face model is the same. I guess you wouldn't be able to tell from a distance anyway. Honestly, I'm quite surprised this entire ship has collision. This is so creepy, man. Yeah. Like that you can hear them shout. So there's this right here. Oh, we can actually interact. Oh, we can flip it around. Don't worry, guys. Helped you guys out. Rowboat's back. We can push it as well. So what is up with this wall, though? That's something I was wondering when I was playing the game. Oh, you can actually go inside. You're not supposed to, clearly, but... Actually, there's another wall here. This wall's kind of useless, though. Then there's a bunch of rocks on this side as well. Can we actually go to that? Okay, we're going into stormy area again. I guess that just surrounds the entire place. Oh! Sharks will eat me over there. I need to go back. I don't think so, man. I'm God now. God who can't see a darn thing. I guess we cannot take any damage, so this this thing won't kill us. Alright, well, I can't see a thing, so let's head back. I didn't actually know that there was a wall here. Like an invisible wall, at least. Well, you learn something new every day. That's some trippy-ass floor over here. Probably happens when there's multiple floor textures overlaying each other. Oh, it doesn't have any collision, though. I guess that's kind of weird, so... Oh, that has collision. Okay, I don't get it. Some things do have collision, some things don't. What, did you guys hear that? We sped by, it was whoa, 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 whoa. Guys? The ship's going to sink, man. But I'll be leaving it off over here. I hope you all enjoyed this preview of the new update for Survival Fountain of Youth. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.